Us.
Os. What I'd like to discuss a little bit is how the dojo got to be the dojo as far as the philosophy behind the dojo. When I first started at Zen Nihon Karate League of Hawaii, we didn't have the dojo precepts in English. We had bow to the front, bow to Otsuka Shihan, and bow to each other. But Soke, very soon after that, translated the Dojo Kun into English. And the dojo precepts for him were very, very important. It was the key to how everything in the dojo should operate. We spent hours and hours and hours trying to translate this. Carol would give me her version. I would give Soke what I thought it meant in English. And after a period of 3 to 4 months, we had the dojo precepts put together the way you have them today. And the first one for dojo, first dojo precept for Soke was the most important. Uphold the principles of propriety and courtesy. And that's how we act towards each other. This is one of the most important aspects as far as Soke was concerned in karate. The relationship between you and the student, between the student and you. And I know that sounds redundant, but it's not. There is a concept in martial arts called on ingiri. On is what we have as students, and giri is what the instructor has towards the student. So this is the key and the most important aspect as far as Soke was concerned to make the dojo last forever. And when you can have a personal relationship and you can understand each other, that is where everything starts. And of course, the next thing is cultivate the spirit of effort. And that is, we don't even want to know how much that is. I mean, we say that in oaths, it means everything to us. Effort is what try hard and never give up. Soke's words that we live by. Next is live the way of truth. And this is the hard part. When we're talking about truth, we're not only talking about truth to each other, but the main and the hardest part is being truthful to yourself. What are your shortcomings? Are you lazy? Do you train hard? All these things that Soke brought out over and over again in detail. Perfect the mind of patience. This takes a lot of time to do correctly. Karate is not overnight. Karate is the rest of your life. And the physical aspect in training is super important, but the mental aspect is so very, very, very important. And the only way to make karate worthwhile or to make it last is that you have to be patient. You have to perfect the mind of patience. Do not lose self-control or act in a violent manner. Sparring has nothing to do with violence. Just like with samurai, cutting with a sword had nothing to do with violence. It's simply an act and an action. And sparring is the same thing. If you lose your temper when you're sparring, that is what Soke would just laugh about all the time. Sparring has nothing to do with your temper or you trying to punch somebody. Sparring has to do with complete control, and that is what the dojo teaches. So the main thing that Soke said, which is what we consider to live by, is that if you understand and uphold the dojo precepts, he's not worried about you. You will be a good instructor. You will be a good student, because there's no other options if you'll just follow these 5 simple dojo precepts. And the only thing that we'll add to that is os.